something about
the farm.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Oh, the farm.
If I was like
We're talking about fables, by the way. By the way, we're live.
Oh, hey. I wasn't ready for that, but yay! It's Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Welcome back.
Hang on, the picture's not actually on yet.
Let's wait until the picture's there.
It's like
I'll
trying
keep
so hard to load.
I'm gonna look up dithering to make sure I'm using that word correctly.
You were going to say something about the farm.
About the farm, yes.
There's the picture. We're talking about fables. I just got done reading it, and holy shit, dude. Taylor was telling me something about the farm.
Oh, no, hold on. Dithering means to be indecisive, not to deliberately delay. Right.
Okay, but the farm.
The farm, right. So you were saying, you were talking about fables, and it's like, the idea is, what if, like, the fables were made, like, a public thing?
Yeah.
In the Fables universe,
yeah.
And if the masquerade was ended or what have you,
yeah,
you know, kind of like Vampire Blood. Technically, it's just a vampire setting in general. It's yes, the masquerade. But if the Fables were a public thing, and I was thinking, oh well, then you could like disband the farm, because the farm is where like all of the animal fables just like have to be, so they're not like seen as, you know, talking animals. But like you could disband that because people would just be like, ah, yes, fables are a thing now, talking animals, sure. But I was thinking, dude, you would make a lot of money in if you became a good actor, because you could get into talking animal movies.
Actually, that was a thing in the epilogue. They did have a talking dog that they were trying to use in a movie, but the dog couldn't remember his lines and just kept goofing off. And the movie never got made.
You still have to be a good actor.
The movie never got made because of the dog wouldn't.
You could be really. You could just do movies where you do crazy stunts, though. Because like, imagine being like, yes.
Isn't that what Jackass is?
Not Jackass, but more along the lines of, we have this movie where there's like this genetically enhanced...
there was a network error. Please try again. Wait a minute. Are we still recording? I'm not even sure. I think it still says live.
Oh, do you want
I guess we're recording. Yeah. Give me a fruit snack.
Let me scoot these to the front a little bit. Yep.
Yep. Almost landed in my CeraVe.
Your what?
My CeraVe.
Oh, that's...
We got a open jar of CeraVe thing here because I'm moisturizing my hands while we do the intro. Because my hands are rocks. They're bleeding rocks.
4 hands.
They're rocks that bleed.
And they were such strong hands.
Dude, speaking of strong hands, my grandpa had a grip like just a crazy, you know, that like old man veteran grip that old man veteran people have.
That sailor grip.
Because he was in Korea and he had just the craziest grip. Like he would grab you in like a headlock and you would not get out of the headlock. Like you just wouldn't.
That's neat.
Yeah. One thing that I can say for my grandpa is that he had an amazing grip. You needed a jar of pickles opened, you gotta take it to him. Man, did I ever tell you about the first time I like opened a jar of pickles in someone else's home?
Is that like an achievement for you?
Yeah, because like I was hanging out with it was just all women. I was like with all women, and the one lady, the one in pickles, she was like, "Hey, you're a big, strong, manly man, dude. Can you like open the pickles?" And I was like, "Hey,
my time has come."
And I was like, "Hey," but I couldn't do it. So I passed it off. I passed it off to the next person. And then she tried to open it, and she was like, "Hey," and then we tried to pass it off to like the third lady that was there, and she was like, "Nope, I'm not doing that." So then we passed it off. She passed it back to the original lady, and then she was like, "Hey," and then she finally passed it back to me, and I was like, "Hey," and I finally got it open. So
yeah, they
between the three.
It.
What's that?
They loosened it.
Yeah, we all loosened it. We all took turns loosening it, and then I opened it up.
There. So, welcome back, just esteemed guests upon this most momentous of occasions. It's time for Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We had just started on, I keep calling it Turnabout Lawyer. No, it's Turnabout Goodbyes. And wherein, wherein the Miles Edgeworth is accused of murder. Him and someone else were on a boat, and there was a shot, and then the other guy
You gotta
died.
do a dramatic pause before you say murder. You gotta be like, he was accused of murder!
And hit the button.
Hit the button. I mean fruit snacks.
Just like load it now.
I can't hit buttons when I'm eating fruit snacks.
We were at Gourd Lake. And we got the birds! Got the birds on the background.
There we go.
Hello, fruit snack pouch. Oh, why was it wet? Why do you wrap your whole mouth around the fruit snacks?
I don't! That's not what that
Wash
was.
my hands. Disgusting!
Could it have been CeraVe?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Because that's probably what it was. I'm still very much rubbing my hands right now.
Not sure if applying lotion or plotting evil.
Yeah, it's a lot of CeraVe. That's why I can't be a bandit king like Vaughn. Because I need, like, regular access to CeraVe.
That does make sense.
Man, Pandora must be just, like, hell for anyone with dry skin. Because, like, not only is your skin constantly drier than usual, but, like, how many markets do you see on Pandora? Like, where would you even get CeraVe?
Yeah, you'd have it's just an expansion of like Marcus munitions. Marcus ointments.
Marcus ointments.
Arms and ointments.
Arms and ointments.
Marcus, arms and ointments.
Oh my god. So I started playing Doom.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good time.
My commentary was on point.
Taylor was commentating on my Doom gameplay.
Yeah, it was. Oh, hey, this is new.
Yeah,
he was running around a
big
handrail.
dude.
He was running around a handrail, narrowly avoiding being punched by a big demon.
Yeah, a big
It
demon
was
dude.
great. It was a good time.
It was awesome. I got a chainsaw, so that's neat.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, hey, don't you have a chainsaw?" And you're like, "Oh, yeah, I think I have fuel for it." And you just like cut through a big
right
demon.
through a big dude.
The same big demon that you've been that you spent like 5 minutes shooting earlier.
Just.
And I was like, "Oh, well, that makes my life easier."
Oh man, that chainsaw.
It turns out their weakness is damage.
It's chainsaws. Their weakness is damage.
Saws, my only weakness.
Chainsaws. Yeah,
So,
Doom is pretty fun.
It's December 25th. It's Gourd Lake.
No.
It's cold. There's a mist on the lake.
No. It's December 25 Gourd
I thought you only do that
Lake
for the.
Public Biatch.
I thought you only do that for the. Let's just only do that for the court things.
But Public Biatch sounds so much funnier than Public Beach.
Just hold off a little bit.
Public.
So
Public.
we're here. It's
Public.
cold. The trees are very bony. Ooh, samurai dog.
Ah!
Wowzers! This is Gourd Lake.
What are you, fucking Inspector Gadget? Yep. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though.
Probably not. But hey, look! A snack stand!
That definitely merits a wowzers. Samurai dogs.
Samurai dogs! I want a samurai dog, please.
Well, you don't have money. Do you not get paid? What do
get
you
paid,
do
but
for
it's-
I just realized, does she get paid for being my assistant?
I hope so.
Because she's not, like, official or
And they
anything.
don't
She
get
just kind of
paid.
popped up and was like, hey, I'm your assistant
Only
now.
Mia gets paid, so Maya just keeps finding money in her pockets and isn't sure why. I bet they're great. I don't see anyone behind the samurai dog though, so
I
I'm
don't
like,
know, man. With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be? With a name like Samurai Dog,
It's
it
got
has
to be
good. Dude, you remember that one, like, Nostalgia Critic episode where he was reviewing Matrix and he had a villain called Schmucker?
instead
and
of
he was like,
Mr.
wow.
Smith, it was Mr. Schmucker.
Yeah, he was like, wow, you're good. And he was like, of course I am. With a name like Schmucker, I
I've
have
got
to be good. And then he was like, to those of you over 30 who got that joke, thanks. And I was like, I'm way under 30 by the time I'm hearing this. I knew what the joke was.
Yeah, I think that's because we caught the tail end of it.
Probably.
I think they did a reboot of that. specific.
Do a reboot of Schmucker's commercials. Or Smucker's. What
Yeah, you
was
gotta
it?
be familiar with the expanded Schmuckers universe. I know that deep Schmuckers lore.
Nostalgia Critic is a person.
Certainly a person.
Certainly a person that exists. He can be funny.
He shouts a lot.
He gets pretty angry.
I feel like he's put too much energy into anger.
That's why I really like it when he does a video where he's like, "Hey,
Really
I'm
excited
gonna
about
actually praise something
Oh yeah,
in this video."
that's I do love those. I do like when someone can like appreciate a movie or something.
But I also like people saying getting angry over stupid shit. That makes me laugh.
You know, yeah.
I don't like that thing Angry Video Game Nerd does where he like shits on things. That's weird. That's weird and it makes me uncomfortable. But was that Angry Video Game Nerd? I don't remember. But I have a cloth. I have a cloth for that.
Oh, I thought you.
Taylor's over here like scratching
I thought
his
you
lenses with his shirt.
I thought you said clock. I'm like.
No,
you were
I
just
have
like
a cloth for lenses that you could use.
Oh, I thought
instead
you were
of
talking about
scratching
Angry
up your
Video Game
lenses with
Nerd.
your
And I was-
horrible shirt.
It was like I don't like that he poops on things. I have a clock for that. you poop on a clock? Why do you poop on a clock? So I'm always pooping on time.
Oh my god.
Real non sequitur there.
Do you want a fucking cloth?
No, I'm fine. I'll wash them if I have to.
You know that like scratches up your lenses.
My
That's why my lenses are so scratched up because I use my shirt to clean them.
I'm real careful with it.
It's
Okay,
not good.
they're a little behind the times though. Kids are all into the pink princess now. Oh yeah, I mean like but like
Nope.
pink dogs, princess dogs.
Pink princess dogs.
I feel like samurai dog still fits the theme.
A hot dog stand. It's closed. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked.
And so do the hot dogs.
Ah, the banner reads Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate, excuse me. Don't judge.
Oh, I thought I saw little hats on the bottom there. Wow, Bird Lake is really big.
Maybe you did.
It's like
You mean
a mega puddle.
Gerdlaki?
What?
You mean Gerdlaki?
Girdley.
Gerdlaki. Yeah.
Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake?
Oh. Well, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, they used to grow gourds here.
Whoa, no way.
Gourds? What?
I'm sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above.
Okay, what the fuck is a gourd? Because I hear gourd and I'm thinking of like Gaara's thing that he carries on
Oh, yeah,
his
that's
back.
a gourd.
So what are that? How do you grow gourds if that's what a gourd? What the fuck
Well,
is a
Gaara's
gourd?
thing is a big dry gourd. It's just a gourd that you dry out and hollow out and you use it as use as a container.
And do you grow them?
Yeah, they're just vegetables. They're like pumpkins. They're in the pumpkin family.
So people use them to hold things then?
Yeah, I mean you can make like I think pies or something.
So
with
Gaara's
yours.
gourd is just a really giant vegetable
Yeah, it's just a huge...
made of sand?
I mean that's the question is. Oh yeah, I think his is made of sand, right?
Yeah, which I always
Which means that it could
always
be any shape
confused me.
then.
That's one thing that always confused me. Like, okay, cool. So Santa's just kind of always at your beck and call. So why do you even have the gourd? Aren't you like made of sand?
Aren't you surrounded by sand at all times?
Isn't it just like an aesthetic thing at that point? Because even when you were a kid,
In that case, why make it a gourd shape? I would make it look like a suit of sand armor.
I don't know.
Make me lightning resistant.
I don't understand why he needs it.
You got a point. There's something, I don't know, there's part of the ninja aesthetic. You got the mesh shirts, the bandages on everything, and you've got oversized weapons you carry on your back.
I like to believe that it was in canon just purely for aesthetics.
Yeah.
But I imagine that it would have taken like a lot of chakra to maintain it.
I mean, imagine how much faster the ninjas would be if they weren't wearing wearing like 10 pounds of rope as a belt. What are those?
I don't know.
I'm sure that's like
and like half of them wear bandages around their arms.
Like I'm sure there's like
And Lee is the only one that had ever actually used his bandages for everything, because he had an attack where he like wrapped his Zenopy in the tape and then he like slammed him to the ground. Everyone else just has them.
Yeah, they just have
for like no reason. Even Sasuke had
some
one
spare
on like
bandages.
one arm.
It's not like you can use your mesh shirt as a bandage.
Hang on a minute. Is it gonna be loud? I'll start them when we're done, yeah. Okay, we're back.
No, but with what's the word? The aesthetic, the bandages, the mesh shirts, and the giant oversized weapons. And you were saying he's the only one who used the bandages.
Yeah, everyone else just has them. Even Sasuke had.
Oh no, I was talking about the giant rope belt things, where it's like.
Where, the giant rope belt things
like,
too, yeah.
I know there's like
just wear giant ropes around their waist.
I mean, I figured there was some kind of ancient.
Jiraiya did that.
I figured there's like the old timey like Japanese fashion that had the giant ornamental ropes, but like that would be for like an ornamental style, not something that you'd actually want to carry that much just braided rope on your body.
I don't know, man. Naruto was a great anime. Like, I love it to pieces. It'll always be like my top 4 favorites. But like, so much of it doesn't make sense. Just gonna wear these giant rope as a belt. Nothing weird about that.
My weapon is just a giant kunai. It's just a massive kunai that I use like a sword. That's my Naruto. See right there. They can also throw it and then jump onto it and fly around.
Yep, like you do.
You know, like an hourglass shape?
You're an hourglass shape. No, wait, you're not a One Piece character.
One Piece.
Oh man, I love One Piece. Also
They're
one
so
of my
bad
top 4.
at drawing women. They're all the same shape, and it's not even a good shape. Well, that's your line.
Can women actually have hourglass shapes? And is it healthy?
Yes, and technically, and really depends on what your underlying body type is. It's often defined by your actual, like your bone structure,
well, then
where your body distributes its fat layers.
Well, then could it be argued that it's not an issue of his drawing skills? It's more just that all his women character are like crazy fit, and that's why they're all hourglass figures?
No, because it's just how the proportions are set up. It's like what's the word? They're nobody kept in mind what where their muscles and bones and stuff actually go, which works for Luffy because he's literally
made of rubber.
Yeah, he's literally all rubber.
You know, the storytelling is so good that the art is the last thing that I actually focus on. I never even noticed the hourglass thing until you said something. You know what I like? You know what I like? I like muscly girls.
Yeah.
Girls with muscles. In Young Justice when they had drawn Wonder Girl to have actual muscles. I was like, that's cool.
That's amazing.
That's a good thing.
But yeah, that's neat. That's how you get a really nice butt. That's all muscles.
Muscles.
Yeah, it's very hard to have a good butt without doing some squats. Defines the whole
I think
shape.
Doom Guy has just a crazy ass underneath the Praetor suit.
Obviously.
You think it's Nightwing level?
That's the thing is that someone actually pointed this out that they're you know what's crazy? A lot of super muscular male characters in video games have remarkably flat butts because they're designed by other guys who are all right, okay, big shoulders, big arms, big everything, and then they get to the butt and they're I don't want this to awaken anything.
Then there's Metal Gear Solid where you spend 40% of the game just staring at Snake's ass.
And even then his butt should be a little bigger.
Yeah.
Especially with all that crawling he does. You'd think.
Yeah, but and then he gets old And then he gets old and
Yeah,
he's
but he
crawling
doesn't-
through the microwave area, and that like whole section is just constantly focused in on his ass, and it's like,
Does he actually?
Old man
Did he
ass.
really lose any muscle tone when he got like clone old or whatever?
I mean, nah, he was still fit as fuck.
Yeah,
He
that
just
was-
had like all sorts of wrinkles and shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's basically he's. That's the thing about the suit. It seals in the.
I think you
muscles.
actually see him without his shirt in the fourth game at one point. He's like, yeah, getting a medical exam or something. You know, he's not like fit
No,
because he's
just-
old, but he's
No,
like
just
old
imagine
man
when
fit.
you're
where,
escaping the burning the man on fire, and you've got that medical thing, and you can just like sort of see the butt from the back.
Well, it is shaped like a dick. I mean, gourd, actually. But
No, that's
just
the
a
next
coincidence.
lake over. It's called Knob Creek.
That's Dick Lake. Dick Creek.
Venus Lake.
Not a Panay Lake.
No. Thanks. And within Nottapanine Lake, Nomanisan Island. Oh,
That's your line.
okay. Just thinking about that weird lake next door. Aha!
Trash.
Garbage, of course.
The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. Yeah, that's always good.
Dirty garbage. Can't have dirty garbage.
Can't have
Yeah,
dirty
yeah, and
garbage.
the benches.
A lineup of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here? I doubt anyone would sit here and eat a day with.
Eat a day like this.
I had too much day, I can't go out. I had too much Swedish day today, I can't lawyer.
One day in Sweden is a hefty meal.
I doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this.
If she had
Except
a
maybe
samurai.
Maya, if she had a samurai dog.
I have an extra pocket for samurai dogs.
I have an extra stomach for samurai dogs.
No, the bottom right one. It's got like little party hats, I think.
Huh.
Woo!
Oh, someone left some poppers
Oh,
here.
they're party poppers.
You know, you pull the string. I know what a popper is, Phoenix. And it goes, pop. Yeah. Thank you, Phoenix. We know what a
Oh.
popper is. I know the ones you see them a lot around New Year's.
Hey, Nick. There might be a clue.
Hey, Nick. What's up?
What? No, that'd be Richard Wright. Let's take them.
Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right?
Was it that obvious?
Poppers. Take them,
Take
obviously.
them or leave them.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go?
Into my pocket.
What? Well, that was fast.
I have an extra poppet for I have an extra popper for pockets.
Did she just randomly teleports them like some kind of
Alright,
video game?
I think we got the lake. Just I feel like it's important to look at everything. What's the sign there?
I mean, it's obviously important to look at everything. We looked at the sign.
And the tree. What?
Oh, wait,
Whoa.
wait.
I told you the sign.
Oh, this sign. I thought you meant the one on the right.
No,
Huh.
but also legit.
I almost didn't see that signpost. Left boat docks. Right exit.
What would they need them for?
I don't know.
They already pee sitting down.
How much pee do you want to bet is in that lake over there?
I don't know. I'm not a ichthyologist.
Bet you kindergartners go swimming through there and peeing it constantly. It's like that episode of South Park.
That sounds terrible. So you ever seen directions on a sign and it says left and right?
No.
It knows where you're standing.
It knows when you're awake.
The sign says you are here. Whoa, how does it know?
Gourd Lake Woods?
Let's
I
go
guess?
to the boat shop.
Oh, I was gonna go to the woods.
Yeah,
but
let's
that was
go
the
in
next one
order.
down.
I just like boats.
We'll get there eventually.
We'll get a hydrofoil. December 25th, Gourd Lake Woods.
You're not saying it right.
I'm
It's
reading. That's how I'm gonna read
Gurdlacky.
it. That's my
It's
thing.
Gurdlacky.
Let me read the thing.
Gurdlacky woads.
Just hit the button.
Woads.
Just.
Wads.
Ooh. I like it here, Nick.
Well, good
Look,
for you.
Someone's camping. Look, someone's camping. And it's just You see the big sign in the back?
No camp.
No camp. Well,
They've got guts.
we got a
camping at
badass
the
over
scene of a
here.
murder.
I remember that used to be a meme. Somehow it's not a meme. It's
Yeah, I know what
still
you're talking about.
It works though. Hey, Nick. If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder.
Dun dun dun. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. Good call, Maya. You get a steak. You get a steak for that one.
Some kind of sports
Fly
utility
to the
here.
left.
Woo!
Fly to the right.
Bam!
Crisscross.
Whoop.
Crisscross.
Everybody, clap your hands.
There's no way to imitate that in the game, but here's me
Well,
clapping
because
my
your hands were on the controller.
Well, I was trying to like do it. That's why I was like slide to the
Oh,
left.
you were slide to the left, slide to the right, and
because
I don't know.
cause
Look,
the
you
screen is
crisscross
sliding.
by presenting the
Yeah,
court
you crisscross
record.
by just sliding super fast back and forth.
Oh, okay. And then clapping your hands is adjusting the music volume in the options menu. I don't know. All right.
This SUV has seen. It's dented all over. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here.
Art-wise, it looks like it's in good condition, but
Well, I mean, what do we know? The sign says no camping. Funny place to pick a pitch
Pitch?
your tent.
your tent.
Pitch
Wait.
your tent.
What if the sign said no setting tents on fire?
Why do we need that sign?
That's disturbingly specific.
That's not a sign we should need to have. I don't think they have signs like
That's
that.
not a sign. That would never be a sign.
Does she want to set tents on fire?
No, as in they clearly didn't listen to that sign, so like they're worried.
Your Honor, there was clearly no sign here prohibiting the fire setting of tents.
Well, it's rule 1, no camping. Rule 2, bears are allowed. No, it's just what's the word? It's just got I had it on the tip of my tongue. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, it says no camping on the back of sign. It says idiots park near this sign. Ooh, we got him. Park ranger. Ooh, we got him.
There's food and some magazines on the sheet.
There's this radio that's playing some kind of 80s song, and you can bring it all the way back to base.
Is that a Firewatch
Yeah,
reference?
it's a Firewatch reference.
Sick Firewatch reference there. I actually did that.
That was amusing.
And then it just disappeared. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I went through all the effort of bringing that stupid boombox here.
Which is especially weird because like in the normal playthrough you'd like throw it in the lake or you'd like leave it out there or whatever, and then you'd find it at the like what's his name's like base thing, and so you're like, oh okay, they've been like putting together, they've been like mixing radio tech and just fiddling around with stuff. But
Right.
if you threw it in the lake, then it's like, oh yeah, they swam out into the lake and got it just so they could take it apart. And if you bring it back to your base, it's even spookier because it's like, oh yeah, they snuck in here just to get the radio that I left on all night. And what do you do with all the whiskey?
What he just collects
He
them.
just collects the
He
bottles.
just collects the whiskey.
He doesn't actually drink it. He just appreciates the bottle's texture.
He like opens it up, sniffs it, and is like, "Yes, this is a fine specimen." Closes it back up, puts it back on shelf.
Yeah, just for those of you unfamiliar, in Firewatch, there's several points in the game where you can choose to pick up or not pick up.
Firewatch is an indie game where
Yeah.
it's like a walking
You
simulator.
can choose to
with
pick up or
spooky
not
stuff.
pick up a like a bottle of whiskey at various points in the game.
It's spooky walking simulator.
Yeah, and you never drink any though, and even when you're back at the base.
Like the first time I picked one up, I actually like paused it and tried to look for some items
like an
menu where I
inventory?
could drink it.
Use whiskey
'Cause-
on mouth.
But like no, he never. Man, if there was ever a time to just down all the whiskey
Look,
he'd
I
gotten,
got
it would
a
have been when the
theory.
forest was on fire.
I got a theory that he had a friend who lost their house in a fire that started with someone tossing whiskey into a fireplace, and so he sees whiskey as like He sees whiskey and alcohol in general as a fire hazard, and that's why he's picking it up all over the place, but he doesn't actually drink it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, this is as dangerous as gasoline.
This is bad. Just gonna put that up here where it can't hurt anybody.
What do you use to light fires? Tinder? Dryer lint? What are you guys doing?
It takes...
You ever use dryer lint when making a fire?
No.
It's exactly as flammable as you'd think, because it's extremely fine and it's extremely dry. And it's just made out of, usually, I mean, depending on what's in the dryer.
Fine and dry, just like my dick. Wait.
I thought you were going to say, like, a wine or something.
I'd be a sub. Dude, did you see...
You see, that's why whiskey burns so much. This whiskey burns so much. It's fine and dry. Like dryer lint.
You throw your mixtape into the car, and it is
It's so
fire.
The car explodes.
That's
melting into slag.
That's D&D Gangster Edition for anyone who
Gangsta
doesn't know.
Edition.
Gangsta Edition.
Man,
D&D.
they got so many of those episodes. They got episodes I haven't even seen yet. You can check them out on YouTube. They're like,
dude, they're great.
Man shorts with 2 N's.
Yeah, just look up D&D Gangsta Edition.
You know the host, the GM for that group. He's basically got a mixtape now.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's basically got one because he started making like D&D themed raps, and they're pretty
Fire?
tight. They're pretty fire.
They're pretty
I would
fire?
say they're a little bit fire.
It's a little fire.
They're a summon lesser fire elemental. I think that's a good way of describing. But yeah, they're really neat, and I just realized, oh, he's got like at least 4 or 5 of those songs. So technically, yeah, he could actually put them on a tape.
Nice. Takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. The trees grow quite thick here, just like my dick. Further back, the trees...
Your dick grows thick over here?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't you know I'm part forest?
This is what they don't tell you about the Feywild. Pros and cons of the Fey folk. Cons, they're dicks. Pros, they're dicks. And we're back.
Oh, that Fey blood. We're a family of monks that can talk to people. Also, we have like the thickest sticks.
Don't most monks? No, I was about to say, don't most monks talk to people? And then I was like, actually, wait. Hold on, a lot of monks don't talk to people.
I've never met a monk.
Well, as in, you have both Eastern and Western monks who do a vow of silence for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Or just speak very sparingly. So, I guess that would be, like, I'm a monk who talks to people. That doesn't sound, well, consider the other monks.
Right. Well, I mean, Maya sure shit has no problem.
I left the I had to leave the cloister because I'm just too talkative.
The monks kicked me out because I have too many stomachs.
Of all of us, Maya was the most human. Okay. Tell us about these trees.
I don't know. Further back, the trees fade into the shadow, where the sunlight can't reach them, and that's what we have to say about the trees.
Wait, is that pot there shaped kind of like a banana? Or am I seeing that wrong,
pot?
or is it like weirdly bent, like a flat?
Oh, it's a little banana-y.
Yeah, it's a little banana-y. It's banana-y.
It's a little banana-y.
Bananish. Hey, Nick.
What? What do you want, Maya? Don't tell me you're hungry again.
You know, we don't establish, like, when the characters eat, so, like, she could be hungry for regular, legit reasons. We never know.
You know, that's a good point.
No, they probably eat before they leave.
Probably.
I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum? Probably because they're Right?
I don't know. They didn't talk about that in any of the new, in any of the law books.
So there's
Shockingly.
no law. They're saying they have to be made out of aluminum. Then I was gonna say, aren't they often made of stainless steel?
I'm not having this conversation.
Or copper, if you're feeling fancy.
Copper.
Yeah. You ever seen copper cookware?
Taylor, I'm not having this conversation.
Is it weird that as soon as I think of copper cookware, I think, my mom would probably like that.
Probably
She's a
not.
copper cookware kind of person.
Probably not. I've met your mom. She seems like
She's quite the gourmet.
She's a very pro copper person.
She's the kind of person who owns a cast iron skillet on purpose. As opposed to inheriting it from like your great grandfather.
Right,
and you're like,
right.
well, I guess I have this now.
Yeah, I was polishing a trailer for her at one point.
What am I gonna do? Burn it? It's a skillet.
Me and another buddy of ours, we took up a gig polishing a trailer for her for a few bucks. But I wound up having to quit doing that because I did not have a vehicle. I either lost my vehicle or something, or my vehicle broke down, or something happened with my vehicle. But then that was also around the time that my cat Gypsy started needing medicine at like 6, so I didn't have time to be out as much anymore.
Was that like a normal age for? I thought she was pretty old when that.
Yeah, she was like 16, 17 or something. She lived
super
a good long
old for a
life.
cat.
She
It's
was terrifying.
Yeah, she would have gotten her senior discount.
Taylor had a weird love-hate relationship with her.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she would have. I just remembered that how like. Okay, so, Gypsy the cat. She like didn't want to be pet like ever. She would just like wreck you if you tried to pet her.
Yeah, she would like.
But every once in a while, she'd just like curiously wander up, sniff my backpack,
and then rub up against
me, jump up onto my lap, and I'm like, oh, are we friends for like this 3 minutes? Okay, I'll just like lean my hand near you, and you can like rub against it. She's
and then she growls and runs away.
Yeah, she's dangerous. She was a lot.
The cowboy, she'll chew you up.
That's the crazy thing about cats, is that like cats are so like fast and dexterous that like even when they get like really old, they're like surprisingly nimble.
Yeah.
Imagine if like humans were like that, where it's like, you're just like 80 years old and you like something startles you. Something startles you and you just do a backflip.
Whoa!
I put a cucumber behind my grandpa. This does a backflip and kicks the ceiling.
He's like stuck to the ceiling.
Yeah, that's the story I tell at the funeral. There was not a dry eye in that place. There was not a dry eye in that Arby's.
Dude, I love that H. John Benjamin is doing like advertisements for Arby's.
H. John Benjamin.
The guy Bob from Bob's Burgers and also Archer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like,
look, what I'm saying is we have the meats.
Yeah. So like you'll have that ending thing where it's like
basically food, right?
Yeah. You have that like ending thing where they're like Arby's, we have the meats, but then like at the very end of it, it goes to him and he's like for sandwiches.
Man, I wish I could do a better Bob's Burgers like impression, but yeah, just they bring in just the whole crew. Arby's. All right.
Yeah, but you gotta bring in the crews from like Bob's Burgers and Archer, or have like one advertisement with Bob's Burgers characters and another advertisement with Archer characters.
You know what would be really refreshing?
It's just H. John Benjamin, like, hey, audience! Look at this sandwich.
It'd be really, really satisfying though, if you had a thing where it was Lana plus Bob's Burgers, because like she's always doing like she's like one of the most level-headed characters. And she's always like working against Archer at like all points, but like seeing her next to a bunch of like silly but relatively like reasonable people would be interesting.
Yeah. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment.
Just remember this line where Bob and Linda are at a parent-teacher conference, and and was it Lynn? They mentioned one of the teachers is really attractive. It's like, yeah, she's like just weirdly attractive. Like she looks like someone in a movie who's playing a teacher. Like an actress playing a teacher.
I've had some hot teachers.
I love that phrase though. That like, because like in a movie, just like people tend to be inexplicably like more attractive.
I had one really attractive teacher. I want to say it was Hamilton. Was it Hamilton?
Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
Your teacher was the Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Yeah, no.
Dr. Lin-Manuel Miranda?
No, it was some lady that was actually friends with my sister.
Oh.
I guess they worked at Starbucks. And I guess, like, I think I accidentally called her by her first name at one point, and I don't know why.
Barbara. You know things.
And she called me on that, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. And I was like, why did I call her that? Like, I didn't even know her when she was friends with my sister.
That is weird.
My brain was just like, oh, family-affiliated person.
You know what? I saw this line here. Just the thing about the taking pictures.
Yeah.
You read the line first.
It must take pictures when triggered by a noise.
Wow, cool. Let's try it out. Ah! Cough. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick! Huh. No!
Will you stop that?
Maybe it's broken. Maybe it's out of...
Don't take it!
Why would you... My...
Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices.
My, known AV equipment hater.
Damn it, my...
Well, what then? These things?
The party bombers? What? Welp.
Nice. You know what I didn't learn until like I was like I don't know like maybe like 20.
What?
I didn't know that that professional cameras have that like multi picture feature. Like you could set it to basically rapid fire, so when you hit the button, it's just like.
Right.
And the point of that is that like. Even if someone's standing really still, or if you're trying to get an action shot of something, that it'll give you like a dozen pictures for that second, and then you can just go through those and pick the best ones.
Right.
And the funny thing is, I didn't know about that because like when I first learned about like cameras and stuff, it was like just the tail end of digital cameras and the beginning of phone cameras.
Right.
And so I had this entire concept of what a camera does as what a camera on a phone does, and I never thought of that feature.
Right.
Because I didn't have like a fancy Canon.
Right.
That's a Canon camera, but it's got a giant lens, so it looks like a
Right.
Canon.
Right.
Well, it responded. Yes, subject response. Yaw!
Yeah.
You yeed your last yaw, partner. Oh, no.
Hold on. Do you want to be this one?
Hey, you! Get your hands off of that! Hold on. Hey, you! Get your hands off of that!
Oh, you're going Scottish. I thought you were.
I'm trying to go Irish.
Oh, well, that sounded more Scottish.
Yeah, I need to go easier on the O's.
I was thinking more country girl, southern country girl.
Hey, you! Get your hands off of that!
Maybe? I don't know.
Let's see how it pans out.
Yeah.
Eek! What in the Sam Hill?
Who's Sam and why does he have a hill?
It's short for Samuel, the bronze dragon.
Manuel Samuel. You gotta do it manually.
Manuel Sam Hill. Oh, look what you done now. There goes a whole roll of film. Oh, right, because it's,
Yeah.
Sorry's nice, but it don't pay my bills. You know how much a roll of that film costs? Why, it would take a lawyer's salary to pay for that. That or a favor. What kind of favor? Well, you see, I've been needing someone who's got monk training. Yes. There's this old monastery up the hill. Yes. And I need them to take pictures of the ghosts with this to banish them. Oh no.
Oh
Suddenly,
no.
Oh no! Is this Fatal Frame?
Fatal Frame.
I'll pay you back.
Oh, I have become Fatal Frame.
What were y'all thinking of? What were y'all thinking? I just realized that you have a lot of similar abbreviations with American, country American, and country Irish.
Yeah, go figure.
What were y'all thinking setting off a party popper in a place like this?
You have a lot of teeth.
Yeah, I got one for each tooth slot. I upgraded all my teeth slots. I got maximum teeth. What? Don't try to play stupid with me because you think I'm some country bumpkin. I said she does say y'all.
No one thinks that, ma'am.
Oh no, she can't. She definitely can't have the American Southern accent because she said Yank, so it's gotta be Irish. I know how
people say y'all.
Irish or Scottish. Well, y'all works, but an American would never say Yanks because it means Yankees, and someone who's American doesn't call other people Yankees.
Are you sure about that? I feel like I've heard country people refer to people as Yankees before.
Yeah, but typically when referring to the dynamic between like Europe or the UK and the United States.
Man, I don't fucking know politics.
I wonder where the term Yankee comes from. Do you think someone's like, what kind of sounds like America? Well, they like yanking things? Phrasing.
Yank? Phrasing.
It's really
so, like, are we not
it.
doing phrasing anymore?
Look, we wanted to say pushy, but it was too obvious, so we went with Yankee. They really just yoink the resources of the world. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I am trying so hard to do Irish, but I slip into Scottish because I love Scottish, and I'm better at it. Slightly. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think.
Well, she literally just referred to herself as a country bumpkin.
She's from another country.
Alright, your voice.
A lot of countries have a south.
Wait, if you're an alien, then why do you sound like you're from, what was it, the northern or something?
What was it?
And Doctor Who, she's like, if you're an alien, then why do you sound British?
Why do you sound southern? A lot of places have a south.
Like all planets have a south.
That is funny. That is kind of funny when you think about it. Like, one thing I would love to see more of in Doctor Who, keep in mind that this isn't referring to the recent season because I haven't seen any of it, but
yeah, he's a lady now.
Yeah. But I would love a moment where something doesn't translate with the universal translator on the TARDIS. Where, like, it's like, it's more of a shibla, and they're like, a what? Ah, right. I don't know if that word translates directly. TARDIS, add to dictionary. Because there are things that have, like, unique cultural connotations, like katana or gringo.
Right. Right.
Like, you can't translate it directly. It's got a cultural meaning to it. Okay.
Yeah.
I say, those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl.
She's from the south! Just give her a southern accent!
I say, those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. They must be so dumb. Let me tell you, just because I might be dumb don't mean we all I might be dumb. I might be dumb, but I ain't stupid. And who are you now? Her chaperone?
Rather, we're sort of,
Rest in
friends?
chaperones. Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for Jesus' sake.
Look, lady.
Jesus sake.
It's really hard to think.
God, I'd rather through one of Papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day.
Oh boy. I guess we should pay her for the film.
Court record. Roll of money. Watch it.
Oh, that's you. Yes, ma'am.
Next you're gonna say.
On second thought, I'll pay later.
I'm really sorry.
Wow, she's very angry.
She's got the Rock Lee armbands. Or sorry, the Mike Guy armbands.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's more Mike Guy.
Yeah, she's ready to battle.
she's got that she's the southern part of the country's fiercest beast of battle.
She's from the southern part of the
Scottish. It's Scotland. She's from the southern part of Scotland.
Oh,
obviously.
I was gonna say no. She's from the southern part of the Hidden Leaf village.
On the southern fiercest beast of battle.
Remind me to go onto like the Naruto Reddit and seriously ask like, what is life for like the average person in the Hidden Leaf Village? Like, how does that compare to the what's the word? Your like happiness level from like say like average person in Game of Thrones to the average person in like Pokemon?
Right.
Like,
Well, I mean, people in Pokemon don't age, so
I think they do, but it's more.
they
of
don't
like
age, Taylor. You can't look at Ash Ketchum being 10 years old for 30 years and tell me that people in Pokemon
I'm
age.
saying that okay, two things. One, specifically Ash Ketchum doesn't age. Specifically him.
Does anyone around
everyone
him age?
else is an adult, and you can't tell the difference in the animation style.
But no one around him ages either.
Yeah, you think that the best
so
example
no
should
one
be
in Pokemon ages.
the best example would have been Misty, because she was definitely more of like a young adult or something, like at oldest a young adult when they met, and that's part of the canon in the Sun and Moon canonicity. So like technically she should just look a little older, but maybe she's like one of those celebrities where like she's like, I've reached adulthood and now I'm gonna look like this for like a pretty long time.
Forever.
I'm gonna look like this until I get like one wrinkle, and then I'm only allowed to play witches in movies for some reason. Even cool witches. I'm glad that we added more cool witches to movies. I just wish that we'd give regular roles to like women over 35. Although if I was a woman over 35, I'd totally play a cool witch. I mean, why not?
I would be a warlock. You know what really bothers me about Harry Potter? They're called wizards and witches.
Yeah, which I always thought was like a different character class, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're playing D&D, it's like always a different...
But a male witch wouldn't be a wizard. It would be a warlock, wouldn't it? Excuse me.
Yeah, you'd think,
So shouldn't it be like the warlock school of warlock and Witcher?
What if it's a cultural thing where witchcraft and wizardry are subsections of study that are traditionally associated with a particular gender?
So they're just...
But the actual term, like Witcher, wizard, isn't supposed to be gendered.
Yeah, I was under the impression that wizards were not
like they just like there's
a woman wizard is just a wizard.
Yeah, there's like a there's like a very progressive like.
But then there's like mages.
Hold on, there's one on like the West Coast hidden in California, and they've got the and everyone is just referred to as a mage.
Yeah, and then there's mages and sorcerers
or like
and like
junior
wizards,
mage.
and what's the difference between all of them?
In D&D, there's specific differences, and honestly, I always confuse sorcerer with warlock, so I'm gonna mess that up. But basically, in D&D, the main differences are from what source they gather power. Wizards are more like magic scientists, where they put together the actual formulas and get an understanding of a spell and sort of tinker with it until they get it right. Whereas, if I recall correctly, warlocks and sorcerers tend to be more innate casters, where they get their powers more like a Jedi or a Sith would, where they just focus real hard on what they're trying to do and try to will it into being. And then bards are all
what about witches?
Bards are all about inspiration, and witches, it depends on this. They're usually not a...
Wouldn't witches and warlocks be the same thing?
Yeah, you'd think. Because, like, in some games, witches are just like another character class that they add in, like, a separate handbook, oddly enough. As iconic as witches are, usually if someone's playing a witch, they're actually just playing, like, a warlock or sorcerer class. Simply because witch isn't, like, its own class. Unless, yeah, sometimes it is. I do like the concept of a witch class. Like, my whole idea for it is, like in RPG terms, is that they focus mainly on lots of debuffs, like as a whole thing. So as opposed to like an artillery mage or a mage that like buffs their buddies and stuff, a whole witch's whole thing would be just debuffs. So it's like, haha, you're itchy. Haha, you got blurred vision. Haha, you got a withered leg, and now you walk slower.
Oh no.
Yeah, like that would be their thing.
Right.
That and maybe throwing bugs at people.
Right.
Bugs and 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 no?
No. What?
It was
What the fuck are you talking about?
in the show Oh My Goddess, there was this guy who his power was to summon like thousands of bugs, but it took him like 5 minutes and he had to just say bugs and bugs over and over for like several minutes.
I haven't
straight.
seen Oh My Goddess.
It was like the second season too, so I don't think a lot of people are familiar with it.
Is Oh My Goddess a good anime?
It's looking back on it, it's very okay.
No, so
It's not exactly pioneering in any particular way.
It's just okay.
Yeah, it's very okay early 2000s.
Because it was an anime that I like started to watch and then immediately stopped after the first episode for some reason.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to anime, it's really got to grip me in the first episode. That's why it's so
Well-
difficult for me to get into some animes, because they'll be like, hey, I watched like this first episode and I was like, eh, and they're like, oh, it gets good, and it's like, why didn't it get good first though?
Well, that's why you have to give it at least 3 episodes.
Aw.
The general rule with like any TV show is 3 episodes. After that, you can decide whether or not you want to pursue it. That's my rule anyway. Although I have been guilty of dropping things after 1 episode, but that's usually because I either get distracted or, well, yeah, no, that's usually the reason. I either get distracted by something else that I get way into, or I'm like already into something else. So I'm like, I'll come back to this, and then I never do.
Yeah. No, with me, it's kind of like that, but it's often, I mean, I used to do a lot of like sampling where I'd see 1 episode or something and be like, maybe. But nowadays, I'm not getting into as many animes. Sometimes I wonder, like, oh, I should go and just like, watch the first episodes of a bunch of different animes, and then I'm like, yeah, but that's like a lot of sunk cost, and I don't want to. I know that like there's a bazillion okay animes in existence.
Dude, you should watch Angel Beats.
I don't know what that is, but
It's very good.
All right. Your line.
Oh, Get Backers. Get Backers is
I saw
pretty
first
good one.
bits of that.
Yeah. That was thrown to me by my sister just now. She was talking in the anime and was in the window waving her hands, going like, Get Backers, say Get Backers.
So here's
Yeah,
Get
Get Back-
Backers from the audience.
Yeah, Get Backers was pretty
Can I
good.
get an occupation?
Recovery agents.
All right. I heard vacuum cleaner salesman. Get Backers.
Just read your fucking line.
The Get Backers.
Get Backers.
They sell vacuums.
Get Backers.
The Get Backers.
They get backers. Dude, we take our vacuum to this place whenever it like it gets broken or stops working.
Yeah.
We take it to, I think it's called Kathy's. And
they fix up vacuum cleaners.
yeah, and their slogan is, "Our vacuums suck, our sewing machines don't."
You know what's funny? How like that seems like the kind of business that I would write up for an RPG and then be like, nah, that wouldn't be a thing. No one would open a store that does specifically vacuum cleaners and sewing machines. But no, it turns
They
out
absolutely do.
turns out if you've got those 2 skills, I wonder what the overlap is. Like,
I don't know.
they
but,
both use small motors?
I don't know, but read your line. What?
I don't know who it's coming from. Oh, sorry. It's still her. Sorry. I thought it was coming from on screen.
Oh, yeah.
Can't get... what was I going for again?
You're like Southern
Southern
Scottish.
drawl. No, I thought we were going for Southern drawl.
What?
Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming any names, but someone used the whole roll.
Wait, do you even know her name? I don't think we told you our names.
Someone, I'm not naming any
You
names
couldn't
because I don't
even
know your name.
Name her name.
I'm not pointing any fingers, but it's in this general direction. You just gestured to all of me. Sorry.
That didn't
So
work.
I think we learned an important lesson here at the lake.
I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention.
Hold
to
on.
not fuck
if
with
she had
people's
this
shit?
set up, maybe she got a picture of the gunshot. Oh, excuse me.
Maybe.
'Cause it would have been loud enough. Which is funny because I'm thinking, well, it would probably, yeah, it would be loud enough to pick up the, it would pick up a gunshot because it'd be loud enough. But I was thinking, can't you see I'm changing? But I'm not naming. Oh, sorry, you just.
Yeah.
But what's weird is that like,
See how fast you can read it while I'm just constantly
must be
less secured.
calibrated.
Alright, ready, go.
What? No. Here's the thing. Like, it's calibrated to a pretty loud volume, so was she expecting a really loud lake monster?
I know, but hey, look, I'm an attorney. This is my badge.
Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? Badges? We don't need no freaking badges.
Okay, first of all, fuck you. Second of all...
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, let me just put this in this jar of pee, all Civil War style.
I'm a lawyer.
Fun historical facts. No, did you know that?
Yeah.
You can you polish.
I mean, I didn't know that, but it does.
Yeah,
surprise
they
me.
polished.
People used pee for lots of stuff back in old days.
Yeah, but one way they polish brass like buttons and badges and stuff. They just put them in a jar.
It was also a big thing for leather.
Yeah, that was for.
Actually, that's where the
leather.
term "piss poor" comes from, because literally people would sell their pee when they had nothing else to, when they couldn't do anything else, and people would use it for like leather and shit.
Yeah, there was a thing in Victorian times. This sounds like the most metal Victorian thing ever, but there was a person called the Rag and Bone Man.
The magic what?
The Rag and Bone Man.
The Rag and Bone Man.
Yeah, which I mean, it sounds like a weird fairy tale about a man made of rags and bones, but actually, it was just a farmer helping guy. Basically, farmers would donate their old linen, or not. They would give their get rid of their old linens and their chicken bones and stuff. And Rag and Bone person would basically grind it up into a sort of high carbon-y mulch, and then sell it as fertilizer.
Neat.
Yeah, it was basically like a very early form of like ecological recycling.
Right.
I mean, so are pigs basically. You feed them an apple, turns it into bacon. That's a really good recycling program you got there. What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits over me over that film now.
I mean,
because I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I wrestled meaner looking things than you.
Well, no,
my accent's all over the place. It's variations on Southern, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's not it at all.
I killed an eel and buried its guts. It grew up a tree. Now you got coconuts.
Have you considered the coconut?
Consider its trees.
We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake.
Consider the coconuts.
Oh, what is that face you're making right now?
But consider the coconut. If that's all you eat, the coconut will give you diarrhea.
Dude, I don't like coconut.
Fun fact about coconuts. I don't know how much you have to eat, though. Apparently a lot. A murder?
Yeah, what is that shifty-looking face you have now?
Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like.
Oh my god, lady, there's nothing cool about murder. Finally, some cooperation.
Y'all come out of hiding now. I won't bite. Heart.
Unless you're into that sort of thing. Well, call me.
Why do you think I got all these teeth?
just cuts to poison ivy from Harley Quinn. Call me.
Call me. In other news, come to think of it.
Where did Maya get to? Oh,
sorry.
She's so sad.
I was hiding in the bushes. I ran into some kind of chicken duck woman thing.
Wait, what?
It was waiting for us.
Wait, what? Chicken duck woman?
Well, we've all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us.
What are you talking about?
It's waiting in the bushes of love.
What are you talking about?
I was gonna keep doing it until I was either sure that you got the reference or sure that you didn't.
No, I don't get it. What
it's a song from Bad Lip Reading.
Oh. Yeah, no, I never.
Had a chicken head and duck feet.
I know the
woman's
Yoda
face,
one.
too. Oh, it's
Seagulls poke at my
feeling a-
head. Not fun. I said seagulls. Stop it now.
There's a new one. I'll get to that. Hold on. I was
All
feeling a little overwhelmed. The culture gap and all. I'm not used to the
Right.
cameras and the things.
Yeah.
Never mind you, honey. I could talk Yank for you if you... If it pleases you... Hold on. If it pleases you. Oh, yeah, we're going to go full English. Not to be confused with the breakfast.
Full in English.
Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great, then. I'm Lotta. Lotta Hart... Yeah, that's great.
Aw.
But y'all can call me Lotta. Oh, no, it said y'all. We're going back. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Oh. Why is it activated by sound? It should
I don't
be
know.
activated by light.
I don't know.
See, that's one thing that fascinates me about... I remember talking to my folks during a lightning storm. I was like, how do people get pictures of lightning? And they said two things. One, you're either really lucky, or you have a camera that takes pictures on like basically a sort of robotic system, where it takes pictures as soon as it detects a large amount of light. Because if you automate that sort of thing, it is quick enough to get the picture like before your actual reaction time would be able to get it.
Right.
And that's how you get good lightning images. You just set up a camera at a good angle and
Right.
just take a bunch.
All right.
Mighty pleased to meet you. Hey, we got the name tag.
Hey. Okay.
Oh, you know, it'd be funny if we did a JRPG or like a game sort of like this, where you have the question marks. I would love for a character to show up where they have question marks, and then when their sprite appears, your like thoughts say, "Oh, they have a name tag," and then it switches the question marks with the name tag name.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty sweet. What happened?
Oh yeah, what was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately.
It
Out
happened
here in the nature. Happened late in the night on Christmas Eve.
Excuse me.
I was what?
Can you not read my mind?
Sorry, I was just thinking.
I don't appreciate having my brain invaded.
I was out in here getting pictures of the lake squash. It's lake squash. It's actually not a different species or even a subspecies from the Sasquatch. It's just that regular Sasquatches wander into the water and just gotta get stuck there.
Huh. Go figure. I don't know if that's from something, but
Are you gonna?
it happened late in the night of on Christmas Eve.
That's so. Christmas Eve.
Don't get a lot of TV out here in the woods where
So,
I'm usually naked most of the time because it's the woods and it's
Here's
all
the
nature
setup,
and
though.
shit.
Here's the setup. The buried lead, though, is one. I mean, okay, so if she was chasing a meteor shower, then it's irrelevant to what day it was, because even if it's Christmas Eve, you're like, ooh, meteor shower, because that's when you go and take pictures of it.
Right.
But Miles Edgeworth, what was so important that someone was like, Miles, I need you to meet up with me. When and where? I'm kind of busy this holiday season. Oh no, can you meet with me on Christmas Eve? Where? Middle of a lake. Sure, this sounds totally not suspicious.
Well, I mean, Edgeworth probably doesn't have any family, so probably
Yeah, so,
wasn't
like-
that busy.
Yeah, so like, what? Who could have compelled him to be out there?
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
What I'm saying is that it would have had to be a pretty legit reason, because there's
Or
no
someone that, like, he knows really well.
Yeah, because like unless they're like ice fishing or whatever, it's just if it was summer, it would be like, oh, maybe they were associates or friends or something. But yeah, they gotta have some important connection to be out on the water.
Alright. A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything?
Well, let me see. A boat, you say?
A boat, I say.
To shreds, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure though. Them's those little bucket things that go on the water. You put people on them.
Wait, what?
I'm just messing with you. I know what a boat is.
It's a buggy thing. You put people in it.
Put people in it so they don't sink in the water.
And then you just shove them off.
Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I've seen enough boats to choke a mule.
What?
Wouldn't that be like 0.01 boats, though? That's not a lot of boat.
But what does that even mean?
It apparently means it's a whole mule load of boats. You can have a boatload of mules, or a mule load of boats.
You can choke a mule with a boat, though?
Just imagining a boat with the like the strangly looking arm. I hope the hands aren't dirty. Kind of hard to remember which has seen when.
Lotta. Hey, Lotta.
Are you related
Lotta.
to Kevin?
Lotta. Lotta.
What?
Did you see anything?
No.
Oh.
What is it that you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Oh, y'all don't really want to know that, do ya? Well, mainly I'm a cartographer. I'm going around here, surveying land, taking measurements, and then we get back with the department and share our findings, and we casually ignore the hydrology guys because they're weird. Dude, I love learning weird cultural things about a thing that I never knew about. I was learning that, I heard about that from, I think it was the Rad Brad, where like he was playing a video game and he's just like, yeah, so like my normal job is like surveying. I go out into the middle of nowhere with like some buddies, and we're hired to like map out an area and like do the precise measurements and stuff. And we all have like sort of work together as departments, except the hydrology guys. They're weird. I'm just like, what's weird about hydrology?
I don't know.
Turns out you need land is good when it has water in it.
I should check out Rad Brad.
Actually, I'm a research student at Country U. You know, in the country, right here in the heart of the heartland. You know, Jamaica. Jamiroquai. Hold on, are we also part Uruguay?
Yes.
Neither, it's both. Wow, neat. Nick, he's a research student at a university. Country U.
Thank you, Maya. Yes. So I hear.
So when did you come up here? Let me see. Guess about 3 days ago.
What are you photographing? Look at this photograph!
Didn't I tell you that already? Meteors! Yep, meteor showers.
Falling stars?
Shout out to getting that reference. That's got a camera you got there. Man, that Cody kid would be psyched.
Oh yeah! That'd be a neat
I
thing
better
to
know
say.
it. It's German made, a genuine Slingen. What was that? What was that pocket watch you get in Red Dead 2?
I never played it.
Oh, never mind. No, I should be asking my brother.
Yeah.
Isn't that where they make knives? They're called messers.
Oh wait, was that my line? Isn't that where they make knives?
That was your thought, yeah.
Whatever,
Only Phoenix thinks. Out loud.
Out loud.
So what's the device you stuck to your camera? Oh, that's called a listening pickle. Device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that! And mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. Programmable camera. Neat!
Lotta's camera, add it to the court record. Okay, I think we can call it here for tonight.
This was fun. I liked meeting Lotta Hart and her camera with the listening pickle.
Hey Lotta! Lotta! Lotta!
What?
Thanks for your help.
Okay. Man, now I want to...
Hey Lotta, you want some Stir Friday?
I recently got into Reddit, so now I want to go on to see if I can find a subreddit about... What is it? Geography folks, and be like, what's up with y'all and hydrologists? We don't... things are different between us and the wet scientists.
The wet scientist. I'm gonna go play more Doom, or maybe I'll go back. You want to play something like a Batman?
Yeah. Well,
what time is it?
it's 9:45 at the time of this recording.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I can stick around.
Yeah.
I should have brought my charger thing for my scooter, though.
Probably would have been a good
I
idea.
could charge it more. Yeah, alright, so we will see you on the next episode, which will probably be around...
Monday.
a couple days?
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, this has been episode...
32?
32! Thank you so
32.
much for joining us. I've been Taylor.
I've been Lou Jack.
So take care.
Stay awesome.
Have a beautiful day.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye!